The moment I unlocked the front door, I heard faint footsteps upstairs, except I live alone. I froze in the entryway, keys still in my hand. The house was supposed to be empty. I'd been out all day, and no one else had a key. At first, I tried to convince myself it was the old wooden floor settling. But then I heard it again, deliberate, slow steps pacing above me. My heart was racing, but I forced myself to think rationally. Maybe it was a stray animal that had somehow gotten in. That's what I told myself as I crept toward the stairs, phone in hand, ready to call for help. I reached the bottom of the staircase and looked up. The hallway light was on, which was strange because I always turned everything off before leaving. Then I noticed something even stranger, a faint shadow stretched across the wall at the top of the stairs. It was unmistakably human. I should have left. I should have turned around and walked out the door. But something about the shadow mesmerized me. It wasn't moving. It just stood there, perfectly still, as if waiting for me to make the next move. I called out, "Who's there?" My voice echoed through the silent house, but there was no response. The shadow didn't flinch, didn't react at all. I took one cautious step onto the first stair, and that's when I heard it, a low, raspy whisper coming from upstairs. I couldn't make out the words, but it sounded like my name. I bolted. I ran out of the house, jumped into my car, and drove to a friend's place. When the police arrived, they found no one inside. No signs of forced entry, no footprints, nothing. They chalked it up to my imagination, maybe a combination of stress and an old house playing tricks on me. But later that night, as I was lying in bed at my friend's house, I got a notification on my phone, a motion alert from my home security camera. My stomach sank as I opened the app. The live feed showed my empty living room, the lights still on. Then, the camera glitched, just for a second. When it came back, the screen wasn't empty anymore. A man was standing in the middle of the room, staring directly at the camera. His face was pale, his clothes torn and dirty, but his eyes were the worst part. They were wide, unblinking, and filled with something I can only describe as hatred. And then, just as suddenly as he appeared, he stepped out of frame. The police found no one again. But every time I check the footage now, the hallway light upstairs is always on.